With over 1,200 stores and an increasing social media fan base of over 1.7 million, Chipotle does incredibly well with minimal spending on advertising. Chipotle has a remarkable, simple goal: to change the way people think about food. With social media powerhouses such as Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, it's no wonder that millennials are so attracted to Chipotle. Chipotle relies heavily on an emotional appeal towards marketing, towards the target audience. They achieved this with the first and only commercial ever made on television. It had an emotional appeal, of course. Having more than 6 million views on YouTube definitely causes stir in advertising. And they also pride themselves in minimizing their advertising expenses. With only a 3-man team manned by Joe Stupp, Rusty Parch, and Myra Ryder, working day in and day out, they pride themselves in communicating with their guests individually. Stupp states, "It's more interesting for us and for customers to have someone to talk to individually. Rusty doesn't have the same voice as me, and I don't want him to." With an almost entirely social media focus on marketing, it goes quite well without saying that Chipotle has targeted millennials as their main target. When asked what the future of social media for Chipotle looks like, Stupp replied, "A lot more of the same. We're getting to be a large company, but we still want to be able to talk to people. By focusing their attention on relevancy, difference, and value instead of price of advertising, Chipotle has found this unique approach to work remarkably well in their favor."
Uses a lot of social media tools to get their point across about how great their food is and how healthy it is for you. The 3 big ones are Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. And on Facebook and Twitter especially, they do a good job of, they post tons of different pictures, and they're really beautiful pictures, and they make you want to eat the healthy food. And they have clever captions with them, and they also do a lot of contests on those 2 social media pages because they drive consumers. They do a lot of contests with hashtags. So if you hashtag something, then your friends and family are going to see that hashtag. Maybe they're going to want to follow Chipotle too, and it kind of works out for everybody because you also have a chance of winning free Chipotle for a year. With YouTube, I think their videos are probably my favorite because when it comes to restaurant videos, because we all know how healthy the food is, and every video is about that, but they do it in a way that's entertaining. And they do so that they have cartoons, quirky tones, and different effects and stuff to the videos, so it attracts like every audience out there.
Chipotle utilizes Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube to provide examples to their public. Facebook is their main source to providing information to everyone who follows Chipotle. Dan Clan, a senior advisor at the University of Syracuse, says that in 2011, there was a study that showed that Chipotle responds to 83% of their posts, and also 90% of the company's activity on Twitter is focused on responding to the public. So this tells us that they're really concerned and really focused on not just the consumer, but making them feel as an actual person. And this has been one of the company's main goals and focuses. On their Facebook page, they recently had an E. coli breakout, and what the company did was post updates and let the public know that they're doing everything in their power to try to solve this problem. Together with the farmers, they put a farmers conference together, and they also set up a live stream so that people could see what's going on at this conference, and they could understand what the farmers are trying to do to stop this from happening ever again. On their Twitter page, it's a little bit less formal, and so they focus on responding to the customers, as I said earlier, and they do this by always posting pictures of their food and just funny comments so people can relate to them. 2 of these comments that I chose out was, "Everyone looks 100% more attractive holding a burrito," and the other one was, "Dim the lights, put on slow jams, and unwrap burrito." So Chipotle also utilizes YouTube, and through their YouTube they make productions about the company, what it's all about, and what they're trying to do as a company to make it better. Their most famous video is called The Scarecrow, and this is about a scarecrow who's working for big corporations and These corporations are giving false advertisement saying that they're all natural, but they're really not. And so what the Scarecrow does, he goes home, picks crops from his own farm, and opens up his own restaurant using all natural ingredients. And this is supposed to symbolize what Chipotle is compared to all the other big corporations that are out there. They also have a line of 3 videos that are called Processed Not Processed. And in these videos they show how their food's made, how it's prepared from getting the food all the way to reaching the consumer. And this is just also another way what Chipotle does that other companies do not do.
The primary purpose of the tools Chipotle uses to advertise their product is to show that the food is all natural and healthy. Social media is the best platform for them to do this because by limiting their marketing to social media and not TV, they save a lot of money that they can use to buy the organic and fresh ingredients for their food. Also, because the idea of an organic and eco-friendly eatery is one that appeals to a lot of young adults nowadays, social media is perfect because millennials and social media kind of go hand in hand. Chipotle does a wonderful job at social media marketing to target their audience of teens and young adults. However, to increase their sales, they need to expand their following. This means they need to include adults and children in their marketing strategy. It would benefit the Chipotle company in their marketing to, first of all, use the kind of language in their ads that all age groups can understand and relate to. Second of all, they must expand their advertising beyond social media. Because the majority of adults and children are not as social media savvy as millennials, the company should try other channels of advertising. And finally, they should really advertise the fact that they have a children's menu to attract families.